Welcome to this holy instant now. An instant to stop and remember. Remember who and what you truly are, beyond the matrix of fear, lack, and limitation. All that seems to limit you in this world is only an illusion that demands your continued belief and attention in order to have any power over you. Now is your opportunity to let go of whatever stands in the way of your complete awareness of your true and original self. And now, sit back with your spine upright. Get comfortable and take a deep, slow breath. And as you exhale, release both past and future. Release both memory and imagination, and become fully present in the now. And let's begin. The purpose of today's practice is to challenge the belief in a separate will, a will that is separate from God's and in opposition to it. The outcome of mastering this lesson is the liberation from self-imposed limitations and the experience of the joy and abundance that comes from accepting God's gifts. God's trust in you is limitless, and He gives you everything that can contribute to your happiness. God's gifts are accessible to us at all times and in all conditions. However, we must align our will with the will of God to receive His gifts fully. To serve this purpose, we'll practice with this idea today. I am entrusted with the gifts of God. So take a deep, slow, and full breath now. And as you exhale slowly, release your attention from the past and the future, from all concerns of the world and the body. Sink deeply into presence now, and open your mind to a different perception and an insight into your true self. All things are given you. God's trust in you is limitless. He knows you as your true self. He gives without exception, holding nothing back that can contribute to your happiness. You are an extension of the infinite Creator, and there is nothing that the infinite Creator has that He does not share with you. And yet, unless your will is one with His gifts are not received. But what would make you think there is a will other than God's? God's will is perfect love and eternal life. Is this what you see reflected now in your experience? Here is the paradox that underlies the making of the world. This world is not the will of God, and so it is not real. You can have a fully fledged experience that has no basis in reality. And yet those who think it is real must still believe that there is another will apart from God's, and one that leads to opposite effects from those that God wills. This is impossible, for there is no power apart from the infinite Creator. Any other power would deny the omnipotence and omniscience and the omnipresence of the one being of God. Yet every mind that looks upon the world and judges it as real, certain, solid, trustworthy, and true believes in two creators, or in one, themselves alone, but never in one God. The gifts of God are not acceptable to anyone who holds these strange beliefs, or else they would have to give up the very foundation of everything that they believe is true and right and real. Yet this world of fear, lack, and limitation is the only home that they think they know. Here is the only safety they believe that they can find. They do not realize that it is here they are afraid indeed, and homeless too, like an outcast wandering so far from home, so long away, he does not realize he has forgotten where he came from, where he goes, and even who he really is. This dream character self is your chosen self, the one you made in your imagination as a replacement for reality, and the one to whom you have given all your faith. This is the self that you ceaselessly defend against all reason, every evidence, and all the witnesses with proof to show you that this is not you. You block them out of awareness and go on your appointed way with eyes cast down, lest you catch a glimpse of truth and be released from self-deception and set free. In the awareness of your true self, you could but laugh at this perception of yourself. And yet God does not oppose your wishes to be what you are not. God's will does not oppose anything. It merely is. It is not God you have imprisoned in your plan to lose your true self. He does not know about a plan that is so alien to his will. There was a need that God did not understand, to which he gave an answer. That is all. And you who have this answer given you have everything you need to free yourself completely and to experience your true nature of joy, peace, and love. God's answer walks with you and gently answers all your fears with this one completely true reply. It is not so. God's answer points to all the gifts you have each time the thought of poverty or lack oppresses you, and speaks of His companionship when you perceive yourself as lonely and afraid. The gifts are yours, entrusted to your care, to give to all who still remain on the lonely road you have escaped. They do not understand that they pursue but their own wishes. It is you who will teach them now, for you have learned of your true self, the Christ self, that there is another way to walk in this world. Your teaching consists simply of showing them the happiness that comes to those who remember and receive their true self and thereby recognize God's gifts. Your consciousness will be reflected in all those who are around you. Your sighs will betray the hopes of those who look to you for their release. Your tears are theirs, and if you are sick, you but withhold their healing. What you fear teaches all the world that their fears are justified, and yet your change of mind becomes the proof that those who accept God's gifts can never suffer anything. And so you are entrusted with the world's release from suffering and illusion. It is given you to become the living proof of what the truth can offer everyone. God has entrusted all His gifts to you. Be witness in your happiness to how transformed the mind becomes, which chooses to accept God's gifts and to remember the true self. This is your simple mission in God's plan for the salvation of the world. For God entrusts the giving of all His gifts to all who have received them. He has shared His joy with you, and you now go to share it with the world. So take another deep, slow breath, and as you let it go, open your awareness to your true self and enter into the time of silence in which you receive the voice of God within you with these words: I am entrusted with the gifts of God. And in the silence, receive the gifts that are inherent within your true self and open your heart to share them with everyone. And now, as you approach the completion of this practice period, take one more deep, slow, and full breath in, breathing all the way to the top as you draw in the energy and the fruits of your practice. And at the top, hold it as you behold the intention now to integrate the fruits and insights of your practice into your thought system and perception now. And as you exhale slowly, relax and release and allow the integration to take place. And remember to bring this feeling and this idea and awareness with you into the rest of your day. I am entrusted with the gifts of God, mine to give as I have received. And as we close this practice period, take a moment now to thank yourself for taking the time to connect with truth and to remember and activate the state of peace and happiness within yourself. And remember to carry this sense of gratitude and inner peace with you as you go about your day, doing what needs to be done, but knowing that you are always connected to the love and joy of God.